Back to Yakkin with you, Jagoff, and we are with probably one of the most important females in Pittsburgh, at least on Pittsburgh radio, Val Porter from WDVE. Welcome, Val.
Thanks. A big Jagoff.
There you go. Now, Val, we're in Val's office, so Val, tell us, what time do you get here in the morning, and what do you do to prepare? Are you in here doing jumping jacks before the show?
I should try that. I haven't tried that yet, but I should. A lot of caffeine.
Okay.
My alarm goes off at 3:45.
Okay.
I have to be out of bed by 4:30, or I'm not here as early as I want to be.
Oh my God.
And just guzzling caffeine all day.
All right.
I'm on my second one. Actually, this is my third one of the day, and I don't know what time it is. Noon, 11 o'clock.
Now, and I guess you have a limo driver that brings you here, so you can snooze and get the makeup on.
Right. Yes. Pampered, feeding me grapes in the limo on the way here, and.
Now, gathering the news, you come in, just gotta start Googling and things like that. How does that work?
Yeah, you're really never off duty with this job. I follow a lot of news feeds on Twitter, the local news shows and newspapers and national news. So I'm constantly checking Twitter for headlines. When you come in the morning, you have your news services. We have Associated Press. We have a couple of different prep services that we use that supply stories for us, and just stuff that you stumble upon that people always ask, where do you find those stories? A lot of times you just stumble upon them.
Probably don't have to go too far from the Pittsburgh area to get some of those goofy stories.
No, not too far.
Fayette County.
And Florida.
Oh, really?
Seems to be a hotbed of bizarre activity.
Oh, we might have to move our base to Florida. Now, you actually brought up a good point here that, on a serious question, Twitter, social media has caused, radio people would come in to go to work, get on at 6, get off at 10, kind of do some things, and then go home. But you're literally on 24 hours a day now with social media, Twitter, Facebook, and all that. People are always think, do you ever sleep?
Not as much as I would like. On vacation, that's when you save up and sleep.
Yeah, it seems like you're talking to people all the now. And now getting to the Twitter, I love that profile picture. That's you zonked out on an airplane.
Well, it was I don't want to say drug induced, but it was prescription induced. I get very anxious and nervous on airplanes, so I call my doctor and ask him for some help.
There you go.
So my husband thought it was pretty funny. And took a picture of me passed out on an airplane.
If Elvis was on Twitter these days, maybe that's what his doctor would describe.
Maybe.
Yeah, that kind of air. It actually looks like a new kind of stink bug trap, actually. Is what it is. So we're in your office. This is kind of the buzz of all of it here. And there are a million CDs here. What's your favorite, I guess, kind of... What's your... I don't know if you had to pick 1, 2 favorites. Could you do it right now?
Bands or CDs?
CDs.
CDs. Probably Fair Warning by Van Halen.
Okay.
And maybe AC/DC for those about to rock.
Oh, okay.
So
that's your sort of morning jazz. If you put anything on when you come in here just to get yourself psyched
honestly, no. When I come in to work, I usually ride in silence.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of still waking up. So until I get here, it's usually pretty quiet.
So we really like to get into some hard-hitting questions, really dig deep.
Okay.
And so we're really kind of curious to know, who is the worst dressed out of the morning crew? I mean, who stumbles in here literally unshaven, pant leg tucked in a sock?
Well, I will say Pursuta, but not why you think. It's because he's working so hard, busting his hump. I mean, there are times when he'll come right off the team plane for the Steelers and come to work.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't go home. He doesn't sleep. So that's the only reason why I would say Pursuta.
So if you had to get close to somebody else's microphone, he's probably the guy that didn't brush his teeth.
Yeah,
right?
probably. Yeah. So. Or wash his coffee cup. Yeah, it's well seasoned.
So it's like you literally work in a locker room. You're the only woman, right?
It's exactly like I work in a locker room.
You're the only woman there. How do you hold your own well, as a matter of fact. So what, did you grow up with multiple brothers that beat up on you head, neck, and chin, or what?
Absolutely. That's absolutely the way it was. I had 3 older brothers. I was a baby I'm the only girl, baby of the family.
Yeah.
So having 3 brothers and growing up with all that guy stuff, like, sports and hunting and fishing, I was surrounded by it. And you know, they raised me well to be ready for this job.
It's a good training.
They're not quite as raunchy as these guys are.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine your Thanksgiving discussions going like your morning.
Oh
radio.
God, no.
People want us to ask these really tough questions, and so if you were at a Pittsburgh wedding and they were doing the standard Hokey Pokey, which is like consummating a marriage. You know,
Sure.
you're at a Pittsburgh wedding, you have to have the Hokey Pokey.
Sure.
If you're ever at a Pittsburgh wedding, if you were going to be hip checked by somebody during the Hokey Pokey, would you rather it be Brooks Orpik or Matt Cook, do you think?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Brooks Orpik, that series of hits he put on all those guys in the Detroit Red Wings,
Yeah.
that playoff game. That's I love watching that, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Matt Cook, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it may be Matt
Either-
Cook in the Tamer days now.
Yeah, it's either one is punishing, so I don't know.
Again, we appreciate you taking the time to to spend time on our video here, and for doing that, we'd like to make a donation to some nonprofit organization of your choice. And who would that be?
That's very nice of you. I think the Washington Area Humane Society.
Okay.
We got one of our dogs there, so that would be great for you to do that. That's very nice.
There you go. Well, so we'll be giving $50 to that. Val, we appreciate it. In closing, we try to come up with something ingenious. I've literally failed on that at that point. So, what do you have to say?
Listen to DVE, you Jagoffs!